Esther, Part 5, Chapter 9. Esther reveals Haman's plot. The king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet, What is the petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is the request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of my kingdom. Queen answered and said, If I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage. Then King Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther, Who is he, and where is he, that does presume in his heart to do so? And Esther said, The adversary and the enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and queen. And the king, rising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the palace garden. And Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther. Then king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet. And Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was. Then said the king, Will ye force the queen also before me in the house? As the word went out of the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Chapter 10. Esther saves the Jews. On that day did the king Ahasuerus give the house of the Haman, the enemy, unto Esther, and Mordecai came before the king, and king took off his ring, which he had taken from Haman, and gave it to Mordecai. And Esther said to king, If it please the king, let it be written to reverse the letter devised by Haman, which he wrote to destroy the Jews. And king said to Esther, Write thee also for the Jews as it liked you, in the king's name, and seal it with the king's ring. There were the king's scribes called at that time, and it was written according to all that Mordecai commanded unto all the provinces of the kingdom. And Mordecai went out from the presence of king in royal apparel of blue and white, and with a great crown of gold, and with garment of fine linen and purple. And the city of Shushan rejoiced and was glad. The Jews had light and gladness and joy. Thus Jews smote all their enemies. To establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar, the 15th day of the same yearly, as the day wherein the Jews rested from their enemies, and month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from murmuring into good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portion one to another, and gifts to the poor. For Mordecai was great in king's house, and his fame went out throughout all the provinces.